G'day, back again. We're out on the XL750 Transalp. So we've got some beaten up Australian roads here. These are rural roads. We're west of Sydney here. We're heading sort of towards Genolan Caves, if you know the area. Potholes all over the road, so there's a bit of dirt. Now, the bike, even with the 21-inch front wheel, I'm able to position the bike wherever I need to. Coming down here, we've got a right-hand corner in a little while. Haven't ridden these roads before, so they're all just on spec. So I was able to straighten it out, miss the big hole, go to the outside of the corner, just in case there was a car coming, miss all the other potholes, go through this little causeway, then climb up the other side. And like I mentioned, the bike actually handles surprisingly well. The motor's very trackable, got a good amount of power, and mindful that I'm still in quite near the bottom of the rev range. This thing produces its maximum power at nearly redline, 9,500 RPM. And you can see there I'm sort of at about 2.5, 3, coming up to 4,000 RPM. What I strive to do is maintain the left-hand wheel track the whole time. So see here I'm running the nice outside radius of the corner, not trying to apex everything. That gives me an advantage that I'm used to radiusing everything rather than apexing them, so I'm able to stay on my side of the road. I'm not coming into things too hot, so I'm able to reposition myself wherever I need to on the road and still maintain quite a good speed. So you see here I'm sort of on the left hand wheel track as well. Now if you ride any rural road, you'll notice that most of these roads are frequented by mostly locals, so you get to know how they ride. So here you can see all dust on the inside of the corner, so I suspected that there was going to be holes in the middle of the corner, so I rolled off a little bit. When there was dirt on the road, I was able to stand the bike up, so I didn't have a big lean angle. Now this is within the first 1,000 k's, so we're down on the coast today, so the bottom of New South Wales, far south coast. Rural road, beautiful trees here. So these trees are similar to a eucalypt. They're actually mostly angophoras. We've got some tight corners and quite a rough road. You can see how much the bike is moving around in the in the field of view as well. So I think these bikes are going to make an exceptional touring bike. Quite good upright position, screen's quite good, you've got quite good protection from the elements, and you can certainly be above the speed limit at any time you choose, or at the whole time you choose, depending on your preference as well. You'll notice here too I'm still trying to run the left-hand wheel track and radius every corner rather than apexing it. A little bit of a pet sort of concept of mine. I've ridden with a lot of people over the years. I've been a bicycle and a motorcycle courier, and our goal always is to be able to get to the end of this ride we're on so we can ride again. So I'd like you to try to give that a go and see how you're going. You can still travel as fast as you can, and you can maintain a safe position on the road as well. I've been quite impressed with this bike too. So the other fast bike I've got for the road is a VF 800, so I think they're classified as a sports tourer. This bike doesn't have quite the front wheel position of that, but you actually have a much better position. You're sitting more upright and you have much more wheel travel too, so nearly twice the wheel travel. I think the other one's 4 inches or 100 mil. This is 8 inches or 200 mil. So we've got some beautiful scenery today, nice coastal views. There's no swell today, so I wasn't missing my surfboard. A lot of little single lane bridges down in this region. Not too many cars. I think it's midweek. This was maybe a Monday. Actually, if you ever get a chance, you should ride the far south coast of New South Wales. Nice little towns. The goal of this ride was to wind out the 1000 k's so I could get it serviced before I took it home. So we had quite a good mix of quite rural roads. I went along the beach just to get some scenic footage for you guys to have a look at. A little bit sort of overcast day. You can see here that there's 8/8 cloud, or at least 7/8 cloud. A few bikers there having morning tea. Now, like I mentioned, the power of the bike, it's got quite good torque, even though that the maximum power is right up the top of the rev range, and the maximum torque is 3/4 the way up the rev range as well. At the moment, I don't particularly want the bike or need the bike to think for me, so I've had it in the user setting. So I've got full power, I've got engine braking to 1, I've got the torque control or the traction control set at 0. Now that's a little bit of a pain. You've got to actually, every time you get on the bike, you've got to take it from 1 to 0, so you've got to hold the button down for a couple of seconds. The only advantage is that you can do this while you're riding. I suggest that you probably do it in some nice easy roads before you get in the middle of corners. I have the ABS on 1. I still like to be able to lock the rear wheel if I need to. This is Short Point, so nice little beach. You've got the energy workers just having morning tea. Again, no waves. This has got to be one of the best left-handers in the country. This is Marimbula Bar. On its day, it'll hold 8, 10 foot, maybe 12 foot on a nice clean swell. You've got 500 metre long left-handers. You've got a little channel or river to come back and float out in a rip if the tide's going out to get you back out there. Nice little headland here. Back to the bike. The suspension, although non-adjustable, you can adjust the preload only, is very well damped. I've just recently gone back and just checked the preload settings. So the standard setting was, I think, 7 clicks out. I've gone to 9 clicks out just to give it maybe a little bit more preload. I haven't ridden with these boys before, so now we're up in the Blue Mountains. This is coming down Victoria Pass. If I ride with a new group of people, I like to just ride behind them for 15-20 minutes. One, see how they're going to ride, just to make sure they're not going to cause me any trouble. At some other point in the ride, come in sort of under me or run wide, or just gives me an idea of their ability and what we're going to be in for. Now, I've ridden with a bloke that just undertook me there, Russell. A little bit. He had a smaller bike than this. I've done actually a lot of stuff with Russell. He worked as a guide with me, rock climbing, canyoning, and he was the manager of an outdoor company I work for. And he's been a bicycle courier also. We've done a lot of adventure races, so I'm quite comfortable knowing that Russell is unlikely to cause me any trouble on the road. We've come down. We're heading out towards Bathurst now. We went to Hilland, Safala, Copedy, back around to the Blue Mountains. Very good ride. 450 or so k's this day. A bit of dirt as well, but this video was full road just to show you a little bit of the Australian scenery. Now, like I mentioned, I'd like to run the left-hand wheel track, but this road was a little bit rough, so I'm just outside of that so that it gives me a chance with any of the bumps on the very left wheel track that I can just be outside of the line of the potholes or the the beaten up road. So we're just coming into a old town here now. This is sort of a heritage town. It's just on the edge of the national park. Beautiful town. We stopped here, got a little bit of feed to continue our ride. Hope you're enjoying this content. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now. I see a nice picture of my brother's Ducati Desert X coming up just at the end here. Thanks, hope you enjoyed it. Bye now.